Look, guys, so we're on here looking at this article that just popped up and looking at the social media that just popped up, right? Because this is breaking news, right? Niger. Oh, no. Let me say this before I say that. Do you remember when Donald Trump he did bans on a lot of people coming into America? They say this country's banned, just say like Tanzania, uh, pretty much all of West Africa in a way, right? So think about this. He's banning a lot of African countries to come into the United States. But Niger just did something that's even bigger and that could cause a lot of things for you, for me, for every American that is traveling to Niger.
Niger just banned indefinitely and in totality U.S. citizens from getting visas, even entering the country. Yes, I want to repeat myself because I want to make sure that you understand. If you have a blue U.S. passport, it doesn't matter if you're a dual citizen of the U.S. and Ghana, the U.S. and Nigeria, the U.S. and whoever. If you have a U.S. passport, doesn't matter if you were born in Ghana, you will not get into Niger in West Africa. And Niger is a part of the Sahel alliance of Burkina Faso, Mali, and of course Niger. And so the next obvious question should be, will Burkina and Mali try to do the same thing? Now, the first place we saw this information on was Business Insider Africa. Understand, African news channels do not function in the same way as Western media. So this is not going to hit CNN right away. In fact, you may want to subscribe to Business Insider Africa. You may want to subscribe to First Post International News, which is an Indian firm. You may want to be aware of international news channels because this is not going to hit Fox News 28 at 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. It's not going to hit it. But regardless, whether you know it or not, if you were to try to book a ticket to Niger, the Nigerian authorities are going to say, oh, no, you're an American, can't let you in. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, orange, green, yellow, blue, purple. Does not matter. Because look, they have halted formally all visa issuance and entry directly at the border. The decision marks a significant escalation. Make that term clear. Somebody drop escalation in the comments. In an already strained relationship between Niger and the United States and signals a deeper geopolitical shift underway in the Sahel region.
This is the beginning, y'all. Look, this is the beginning. Like, this is something where you gotta go to countries that's gonna be neutral in a way if you are not used to traveling.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And this makes me think like, wow, what would I do if we are in Niger? How would they already know that we Americans, we foreigners, it's not like we just go into countries or countries in Africa and they just forget about us. No. You get what I'm saying? So you got to think about like, whoa, okay. Yeah. If I was in Niger, would they come to my door and knock and be like, hey, you're an American, you got to get out?
Yeah.
So think about the people that's here in Africa, because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just one country, right? And of course, we know Niger has that backing of Burkina Faso, of Mali, of Russia, of China. Period. You get what I'm saying? Of these other countries. So I can see why they're doing that, right? Yeah. But my biggest thing is like, wow, I can't imagine being somewhere that's in a country for, 2, 3 years, 5 years, and then all of a sudden they saying, if you're American, you have to get out in the next 30 days. Because they do this in countries. They really say, hey, you have 30 days to get out. They recently did that in, was it Burkina Faso? Yeah, it was Burkina Faso, but it was for France.
Oh, okay.
They do that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, of course, Americans don't have to worry about this, but now
they do.
They got to start worrying about this.
Yeah. Look, this is why you go to www.journeywithusmovetoafrica.com. If you're watching YouTube videos about traveling Africa and it does not include safety and geopolitics, it only paints everything else as an enemy and doesn't show you the deeper layers of traveling and moving and living in Africa or the Middle East or Asia, unsubscribe ASAP, because this is literally life or death for some people.
Yeah.
This is literally, if somebody tried to retire there, it's not going to work. If somebody had an Airbnb business there, it's not going to work. If somebody had a group coaching, group travel, it's not going to, like, you can save yourself so much time, money, stress, and energy just by listening to this channel.
Yeah.
Literally. Because nobody talks about this. Everybody's like quiet, like, well, the best places to get citizen, like, stop. You need to only, I'm going to say this very clearly, be in a neutral zone. If it's not a neutral zone, guess what? They're not looking at you like you're an African. You are black, but they don't look at you like you're a Nigerian. They're not looking at you like you're Congolese. You are American, okay? Period. And you can't be mad at Niger, because guess what? For them, this is reciprocal. This follows the U.S. recent expansion of entry restrictions on Nigerian nationals. Officials cited national sovereignty, diplomatic partiality, and response to prior U.S. actions, including sanctions, security cooperation reductions, and cuts to development and military aid. The ban applies broadly, affecting travelers, business professionals, aid workers, and diplomatic movement.
Guys, you gotta look. It's not time to be traveling for fun. I think that time is over.
Right.
Now you got
That's
to be
good.
serious to where you're gonna be going. And like my wife was just saying, you know, I know she more like, hey, to look, look, it's not time to be playing around. I mean, of course, you want to do that, you can do it. You know, I'm not stopping you. But for the people that's listening, it's time to really have that strategic plan. If you are really going to do this, if you are really going to be on this journey to move, it's not, I want to travel and figure it out. I want to test this country out. It's not time for that, y'all. It's time to get the information, understand these countries, because some countries are alike, and you can tell. No matter if it's East Africa and West Africa, no matter if it's South Africa and North Africa, you get what I'm saying? You can kind of tell by certain countries how they're going to be. Especially if you've been living in Africa for years.
Yeah, and you know the patterns.
Yeah, so look, it's not time to be playing around.
Absolutely.
It's starting to get more serious. Cause look, this is like I was just saying. They will say, Americans, you have 30 days to get out our country.
And they may give you 5 days. As quickly as that came out, that was within 24 hours.
And if you don't, you know, you hear these stories with other countries. Oh, they're hostage. Oh, you get what I'm saying? They can get real bad, real quick.
And we
are stubborn, ignorant. Like we some hard-headed people, right? That's coming from the word. We some hard-headed people.
But also Americans are just very foolish. Like they're very naive. They think they're walking in la la land. And it's like, just because you don't watch geopolitics and read geopolitical books does not mean all this stuff isn't happening. If you close your eyes and a missile flies across,
that doesn't
mean it didn't fly across.
You'd be like, what did I just hear? And it's like, that was a missile that flew past your face.
In fact. And listen, the immediate consequences are far-reaching again. Humanitarian organizations, every Westerner and American and great British person is like, oh, I love starting my NGO. They're like, get out. Diplomatic missions, U.S. Embassy, get out. U.S. personnel who have jobs, get out. And remember, last time this happened with France, the entire Sahel Alliance region, including Mali and Burkina, were like, get out. And so you're going to have to really assess the West African region and say, is this really where I should be right now? Maybe I want to come more towards Southern Africa. Maybe I want to deal with a Kenya or a Mauritius. Very stable, neutral places where it's like, okay, let me just pull back for a minute. Maybe I want to go to a Seychelles that's visa-free for Americans like Mauritius, Botswana, Namibia. Maybe I want to try Namibia because guess what? PayPal just announced they're going to be doing business in Namibia. The old American empire is not what it used to be. There is not as much leverage being an American, and we've been saying this for years. A time is going to come, just like this time right now, where you are going to want to desire to go into a city and you're not going to be able to go. That's straight from the book of Esdras. 2 Esdras, verses, I believe, 14 through 16. It's an apocrypha, hidden book, but they hide it because this is reality that you need to understand. You're going to desire to go places, and you're not going to go to those places. And so you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste your money, you're just going to waste everything. And again, this is going to impact historically critical hubs in the Sahel for displacement, food security, and regional stability, okay? And analysts warn that this ban can complicate coordination between the international actors at a time when the region faces mounting security and economic pressures. While Niger has emphasized the policy as a sovereign decision, which it 100% is, the timing also suggests a deliberate message to the U.S. and its allies. This is part of a broader realignment.
Yes, for me, you got to think about this. This is clearly saying that, okay, America is America, but why are we, okay, if they're banning us, why can't we ban them? That's basically what it. It's fair. It's like a fair game now. It's like, okay, we're not scared of you no more. We're not. Okay, you did it, so we can do it too.
Yeah.
Do something else, because we probably gonna do it too.
Yeah.
So look, it's a if.
Yeah.
Traveling is not time to be playing around.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Absolutely. And again, for U.S. citizens, this poses an immediate travel risk, not just for Niger, but the entire region of Western Africa, particularly as policy expands and shifts rapidly with limited notice. There was no notice, just know that. Trump said, I'm withdrawing 30 ambassadors. Niger said, okay, we're not letting no more Americans in, period. Doesn't matter if you wanted to do a 2-week, 2-day,
say that again. Say that again, because that hit me when she said that.
What did I say?
Say it again.
I don't know what I said.
Come on, man, you gotta say.
I don't know what I said. There's not gonna be no
Americans.
Oh, there's not going to be no Americans coming in Niger. Not for travel. It doesn't matter. You want to see the old ancient Niger civilization. They're like, we don't need your coins. Ooh. It doesn't matter that you wanted to see the potter's vessels and the West African ancient, and you're like, oh, well, my DNA test is Niger. It doesn't matter. Your DNA test is Niger. You're American, period. Okay? More broadly, Niger's decision reflects a change in global landscape in which mobility, borders, and diplomatic access are increasingly used as instrumental states of power. So visa restriction is a new tool of an army. It's a new, hey, you just thought you was getting your visa stamped and you was cool. They're like, no, this is a privilege. You can get out. Because remember, the U.S. also did this to Tanzania and told Tanzanians in a separate news meeting, no Tanzanians can come in the country. And so in 2026, you and us, we are going to be waiting here together on this channel to see how this pans out for the rest of the world and the rest of the continent. And
for Americans. Because this, I'm telling you, that hit different when she was saying that. I'm like, oh, snap.
You thought I was a Nigerian representative?
Nah, I'm just saying in a way, it's like, dang, like, this really never happened. Like, for real, on a serious note, this really never happened to Americans.
Yeah.
Now the whole world is starting to say, like, okay, you ban us, we ban you. It's not no, and it already happened to a powerful nation, France.
Yeah.
Why can't it happen to America?
Yeah.
And this is just prophecy unfolding.
Yeah.
So
you better go to a neutral place. You better go to islands. They're usually a little bit more like, oh, I need tourists.
For the time being,
I'm a little bit more willing to be neutral. I'm a little bit like, hey, I want y'all to stay. Or go to a place that's not at odds with the U.S. There's plenty of countries on planet Earth like that. There's a couple in Africa, a couple in South America, a couple in Eastern Europe, a couple places all over, but you need to move with strategy. And if you're in Niger as an American, tell us what you're gonna do.
Yeah, please let us know. So guys, look, hope you guys enjoy this information. We're gonna keep up with this because this is very, very important for you, for us, for everybody that has that blue passport. And let us know if you like she just said, if you are in Niger, let us know. If you are in West Africa, is this going to affect you? You know, what is your plans if you are in West Africa? If you already put roots in West Africa, what is your plan now? So,
Yeah.
leave your comments below. Make sure you like the video. Share this with the people that will listen. And we'll talk to you in the next video. Shalom, shalom.